Welcome to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. In this episode, I sit down via Zoom. I sit down with Kisha Townsend. Kisha is a real estate investor. She also helps folks when they decide they want to buy or sell a home. You may say Kisha is a realtor, and I'd say she's much more than that. She is a real estate investment expert. In this episode, I ask her, how can a person use real estate as an investment tool, especially if they're looking to retire? So as I mentioned before the break, I had an opportunity to sit with Kisha Townsend, and Kisha is a person who invests in real estate. She gives guidance, she gives tips, and today what we're going to do is we're going to talk with Kish Townsend about investing in real estate. And Kish, welcome to our show.
Thanks, Lou. I am really excited to be a part of this today. I know your channel is growing and you're really giving some good information to people over 50. So thank you for inviting me.
Well, we're glad to have you, Kisha. We really are. I think it's so important for the audience to get some tips from experts who understand real estate investing. But, before we start, tell the audience a little bit about you. Let's get your background so that they know who Kish Townsend is.
Oh, okay. You want my life story, huh?
No.
It's not that exciting, really.
No, I won't go that far, Kish. But if you can give us your background and your real estate career, what you're doing, what you recommend.
Yeah, so I was born and raised here in our area, educated here. After I got my bachelor's degree in communications, I rolled up my sleeves and jumped right in to real estate. I actually have to give a shout out to my very first mentor in the world of real estate, Mr. William Hall, who's 91 years old and still out there making things happen in the real estate world. Thank you.
Wow.
But I started off by getting my real estate license. And just like most real estate agents, kind of flopping around out here trying to figure things out, selling a house here or there. And I really just started to love real estate despite all of that. And I just started educating myself by talking to people, doing research, getting involved in any kind of real estate transaction I could get myself into legally, and also having a mentor, like I mentioned. But I do have a background in real estate on the investment side. I personally have invested in real estate, income property, as well as my own personal residences. And now I am currently working with buyers and sellers in the greater Cleveland area. So I'm here as a trusted real estate professional.
Well, I know that you've made quite a bit of money in the world of real estate, and that I think could really help some of our people in our audience. Tell us why should people use real estate as an investment tool?
Anybody really can invest in real estate. Sometimes we look at real estate as, this big scary thing. You have to have a lot of money. You have to have a lot of money. That's what most people think, but you don't. You really just have to have a solid plan. And if you are able to work with a trusted real estate advisor, and I would throw in the mix a real estate attorney or a CPA, you can put together a really viable plan to invest in real estate, especially as you're looking at your retirement.
Now, are you saying that it's imperative or critical to put together a team? Is that what you're saying?
I would definitely work with a professional, a real estate professional. A disclaimer, I am not a CPA and I am not a real estate attorney. However, I would advise someone who really wants to look at real estate investing as a way to increase their wealth as they get into their retirement age. I would definitely urge people to reach out to one of those kinds of professionals.
Okay, so now, and I want to jump into this too, because the first thing that I think about, okay, if you invest in real estate is number one, you just said it's not some scary monster. You're saying that pretty much anybody can do it. It helps to have a team. But can you give me an example? Like I know you did a fairly large real estate deal. I guess it was commercial, but can anybody do commercial, or do you got to stick with residential? Do you recommend if you're just starting out to stay in residential, would you say?
Well, that's a good question. Even someone who's starting out in real estate investing, you can actually invest in commercial properties through REITs, real estate investment trusts. That may be another good way for someone who wants to build their financial portfolio to look at real estate investment trusts. There are some good ones, and maybe you can put it in the links in this video. There's a group called, and I wrote this down, Fundrise. Those are real estate investment trusts that a beginner can invest in so they can have their hand in commercial real estate without actually owning the actual physical real estate.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. So you can own real estate without actually acquiring the physical properties through real estate investment trusts.
Now, because we're in the midst, or maybe hopefully getting towards the end of the pandemic, when we talk about investing in commercial, is the market being hit hard now, that market?
Well, I'm always going to be optimistic about real estate.
And I know you are.
And real estate overall is always going to be a solid investment. Like I mentioned earlier in our conversation, it could be actually owning physical real estate or real estate trusts. Real estate investment trusts are another option if you don't want to actually hold the physical real estate. And that's also, even for a new investor, it's a good way for you to get involved in commercial real estate investing as well.
Yeah, I think that's a great option. And honestly, it's something I'd never considered, but I think because it's more of a hands-off, you don't have to worry about staying on top of it. If someone had a question about real estate, about investing in it, could they get a hold of you? Would that be okay if they contacted you and asked you a question or two?
Oh, most definitely. You could email me, you could call me. My number is, and I'll give this out, 216-772-1287. You can call me there anytime, leave a message, text me. However, again, I would encourage anyone who is looking at their retirement plan to include real estate in that plan. Work with a trusted real estate advisor, work with a CPA or real estate attorney, and look at adding this as a way to grow your wealth. Real estate is inheritable. This is a great way to leave a legacy for your family. And I want to speak specifically to my families of color out there. This is a great way to leave a legacy for your family. Just a great way to create generational wealth by including real estate in your financial plan, especially as you're getting towards retirement.
That's great, Kisha. Well, I am really glad. Did we cover everything? I mean, is there anything that I missed that you want to make sure that you mentioned to our audience?
Well, we can talk about real estate all day. The topics are never ending, but again, thank you for having me on. And I really do believe in including real estate in your financial plan as you reach retirement age.
Sure. Well, so do I, Kisha. I believe that too. And I'm really happy we had you on board, and I look forward to talking with you again. And you have a great day.
You too. Thanks, Lou.